So today I want to do a comparison of That Road, which is a Robben Ford song, and it's played by Larry Carlton and his band at the Estival Lugano Festival. And I want to compare it to a version that he did with Robben Ford, where they were both playing together, also live with Robben's band. And so we're going to use the bass track as the Lugano one. This was Larry Carlton, Gene Coy on drums, and Travis Carlton on bass. And the comparison will be the version with Robben Ford with Tos Panos on drums, Travis Carlton on bass. And I want to look at the differences in the playing styles and the energy between these songs. All right, here we go. There's a cool sort of a laid-back energy going in this version. Okay, before the solo starts, at the end of the verse, I just want to note a couple of things. So I mentioned the energy that this band has going. This is a very laid-back and cool performance. Sort of a, yeah, we've got this kind of attitude. It's a little different in the version he does with Robben Ford. This band in particular, let me back up. This song in particular has a unique format. It's not really a 12-bar blues. When I explain this song to people that I play with, I call it a 14-bar blues because there's a little phrase at the end of each of the verse of the choruses that basically extends it. So the thing that stands out to me is the way this band is listening to each other. They're not really locked into like autopilot where, oh, it's been 12 bars or 14 bars or 15 bars. Let's just cycle back into the beginning. They're watching and listening. Look at Travis watching his dad play right here. His eyes are always on Larry, and that enables this band to stay together and play in a very, very musical way that shows up. The groove here is irresistible, and that shows up because these guys are locked in together. They're watching each other, they're listening to each other, and they're really paying attention. It's hard to get that. When I play this song with bands that I've played with, it's a little difficult to get that structure correct, which is one of the reasons I like to do it, because it lets us do something a little harder than a normal blues tune. Okay, now the solo section. this section, the syncopation is what's getting to me. This is a little bit of a unique approach for Larry as a soloist. His lines are normally more connected and more fluid than this. So he's playing sort of this funky pattern. He's playing off the drums. His solo is a little more angular and a little more syncopated, a little more disconnected, which is a cool approach for him. And you just heard Gene pick that up in his solo and play that awesome fill, that turnaround into the next phrase. That's what I mean by this band listening to each other. They're playing off of each other with each other's inspiration. It's just fantastic. Now we're going to take a look at the version from the North Sea Jazz Festival of 2007 with him and Robben Ford playing together, and Robben's band, Toss Panos and Travis Carlton. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. So the energy in this is a lot higher than it was at the Carlton version at the Estival Festival. And I really like the syncopation again in what Robben Ford's playing, but it's so different than Larry's. And so you've got this alternate mood being created. And in a second, we'll see how Larry's going to play off of it. I also enjoy watching Toss Panos play the drums. And this one, he looks like he's falling down a flight of stairs, right? But such deep groove, such a great drummer. He's never, ever off, constantly just focused on the band and playing what he needs to play. And it just, everything just works with these guys. You would expect that, you know, from who they are. And I'll just make one other comment too. It looked like that cameraman was consistently getting off of Robben Ford at a good moment until somebody, it looked like they yelled at him in the headphones and said, "Get your camera on Ford where it belongs." And then he fixed it. This is the kind of thing that sticks out to me as a video guy. Now he's missing Larry. The level of the conversation between the guitarists is incredible, and the way they play and support each other when the other guy is soloing and it's time to play the rhythm underneath, that's remarkable to watch as well. I think these are great examples in every version of this song of how they create a mood but never forget what they're doing, never abandon their styles, but they're able to take this song and make it something different every single time that they play it. So you see the difference between these two and how one song can be expanded in both tempo and in feel and rhythm and become something else entirely, although it is still the same structure, the same architecture, but a whole different feel and a whole different mood. I especially like the idea that Larry's solos are still built the same way, regardless of the expression that he's putting on it. He builds his solo the same way, like a conversation. He starts off with a theme, he lets it breathe, he adds to it, he takes it somewhere. He never abandons that, no matter whether he's playing very lyrically or playing this other syncopated style. Now this version, this is the Robben Ford version, where Larry's playing with him in Tokyo, and they're using Robben's band. This has Toss Panos on drums and Travis Carlton as well, as I mentioned earlier. But check the difference in the feel and the mood of the song as they kick it off and get started. stop here in the middle of that solo because I want to remark on the aggression that they're playing with here. This is a burning rendition of this song. It's so different than that cool, laid-back version that Larry did a minute ago. And note how he and Robben Ford play rhythm for each other, support each other as they go through. That's one of the best things about watching this, in my opinion, is how they play for the other guy. I'm going to stop here. I'm really interested to see what Ford does next in response to all that. I got to play a few songs with Robben Ford at his dojo up in New York back in 2017, and that was an amazing experience. And I'd like to see how he responds to what Larry was just doing. So let me know what you think in the comments about the comparison between the version that he plays with his own band and the version that he plays with Robben Ford's band. And I'll see you next time.